Chapter 3. There were a few small circular windows to look through. As they approached New America City, he saw the 10 dome structures that formed the city. At this point, the moon had 3 major cities: New America City, Moon City, which was owned by the Chinese, and the Russian city of New Moscow. Outside of that, there were a few research outposts, but not much. Tatiana woke up as they landed. The engines fired as the rocket came down for a landing. They were on the moon. They unbuckled, and with 1/6 the gravity of Earth, they moved around much easier. Alexey almost forgot Barczyk was with them. Barczyk didn't make any noise the whole trip. Barczyk was an old cat, and the developments in animal organ transplants kept extending his life. They always joked that he was a bionic cat and had more than 9 lives. Alexey got his bag, and Tatiana grabbed the bag with Barczyk, and they headed out. The flight attendants thanked them as they departed the spacecraft. They entered a long, narrow steel hallway. They breathed in the filtered air of the moon. It was different, and they couldn't put a finger on the exact difference. It was a little cold. They came to customs, where a few officers wore light blue uniforms with New America City logo on it. People had to scan their pinky as they walked by. At this point, almost everyone had a bionic chip implanted in their pinky. Put it close to a chip reader, and people could make payments or verify their identity. People no longer needed an ID or money. Their trip through customs took a little bit longer because of Barczyk. Once they cleared customs, they were pushed into an area that had several golf cart taxi drivers, asking if they needed a ride. There was a McDonald's and a few other local restaurants. They were in the biggest of the 10 domes that comprised New America City. They had a room booked at the Hilton Hotel, but they saw a money conversion stand. It was all automated, and Alexey stuck his pinky into the machine. On the touch screen, Alexey converted $30,000 into 300,000 moon coins. $1 was worth 10 moon coins. They didn't mind walking to the hotel. Somehow they thought being on the moon would be cooler. With no windows, only steel, it felt like they were on a big submarine or walking around the inside of an aircraft carrier. They saw the sign for the Hilton Hotel. They looked through floor-to-ceiling windows and looked inside the main lobby. Inside, a man with a shaved head greeted them with a smile. The bald man said, "Welcome to Hilton Hotel. Do you have a reservation?" Alexey said, "Yes, Alexey Markelov." The man moved his fingers over a touchscreen and said, "Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Markelov. You're booked for 7 nights, and that will come to 15,000 moon coins." Alexey nodded and put his pinky into the reader. The hotel computer beeped. The bald man said, "Perfect. Now you will be in room 501. It does have a small window outside. Your fingerchip will open the door. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to call us." Alexey said, "Thank you." Tatiana was still tired from the sleeping pills and hadn't fully woken up. They took the elevator up to the 5th floor. The hallway was all steel with some panel lights. They were room 501. Alexey waved his pinky in front of the scanner, and the door opened. Inside, they found a queen-size bed and TV. The room also had a leather couch, but to their surprise, the room had wood floors. The walls were still metal, but the oak floor was a nice touch. Tatiana put Barczyk down. She was tired of carrying him, and Barczyk probably wanted to run around. Once outside of his carry bag, Barczyk explored the room, smelling everything. From time to time, he would turn around and meow at Alexey. Tatiana fell down on the bed, exhausted from the sleeping pills and the flight. Alexey explored the room, which was small but nice. The bathroom was all stainless steel, and the toilet looked the same as the ones back on Earth. Alexey peeked out the one small circular window in the room. He saw the ashy, rocky surface of the moon, and another dome. He was eager to explore the dome, and whatever else he could. He thought they might have time for a spacewalk that day. And he said, "Tatiana, let's go." Her face was buried in a pillow. She was groggy. Tatiana said, "After a nap." Alexey didn't want to stand around and said, "You take a nap, and I'll go sign us up for a spacewalk."